Hi, everyone. Welcome into the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. I'm Jamie Hirsch, and be sure to join the conversation by using the hashtag Chatting Cage on Twitter, or you can go to MLB.com/Chatting Cage to send your questions for our special guest today. So who is that special guest? It is Reds pitcher Amir Garrett. He's kind enough to join us now from Ballpark Cam. Thanks so much, Amir, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so this is pretty simple. There are some great questions sent from the fans, and really no limit. So we're going to make you laugh a little bit, hopefully, and have some fun here with the fans' questions. This is obviously not part of your pregame routine, but that brings us to our first question from Joey, who wants to know, what is your typical pregame routine like?
I listen to some music for the game. I play video games a lot. I haven't really been playing today, but usually, the last week or two. But usually that's what I do before I head to the field. But pretty much everything, it just varies every single day. I really don't have like a regular routine. I really don't believe in them that much, but I'm always listening to some music. I'm always doing something different every day.
So what's the most embarrassing song you have right now on your playlist?
Ooh. I wouldn't say it's embarrassing, but I got some Justin Bieber on my phone right now.
Right. Are you a believer?
JB. Nah, not that much, but I love his music, so he's on my iPhone.
Okay, that's great. Hey, whatever gets you in the zone. What is the song that, if you could pick, what do you run out to when you take the field?
Oh, mine was God's Plan by Drake, but now it's no, I think it's still God's Plan.
Okay,
yeah,
okay, great. That's a good one.
I was gonna change it, but I kept it that one.
Okay, hey, that's a good choice. I understand that you are an awesome multi-sport athlete and, of course, played college basketball as well. So this question from Meg, how, if at all, did basketball skills help you develop into the baseball player that you've become today?
Helped a lot. I'm very agile. I can move around on the field a lot. I can feel my position pretty well. I can get to a bunt, that's pretty close to the catcher, and they don't have to come out that far, and I can get it. I think it's just being an athlete just helps overall in baseball. You don't really think too much. You just let your natural God-given ability take over for you, and I feel like that helps me a lot.
Let's stay on that topic of basketball because Bailey has a question too. He says, what were some of the best or biggest takeaways you had over your college hoops career?
Just the atmosphere. I played at St. John's. We played in the Garden, every home game, and it's a very historic place. And it was always packed. No matter how good we were, it was always packed. Every game we played at home, and just being in New York, being in Queens, that was amazing. I loved it. I consider Queens my home. But just also being a student, I never really was a good student in high school, but when I got to college, for some reason, things just changed, and I enjoyed going to school.
That's awesome. You mentioned playing at the Garden. Julia Cooper also sent in a question. She wants to know, could you compare stepping onto the court at the Garden, the world's most famous arena, to maybe the nerves or the feeling that you had when you took the field for the first time in your major league debut?
Ooh. The feeling was very similar, when I played my first time in the Garden. And but I would have to say it was really different. It was a difference because it was my debut last year, and there was nothing like this. It felt like I was just the only one out there as soon as I got on the mound. I definitely had butterflies. I was nervous, but making my debut last year was a lot more exciting than playing at the Garden for college basketball.
Yeah, I can imagine. We have another fan question here for you.
Hi, my name is Dennis, and my question is, who is a player you most admired watching growing up?
I would have to say Ken Griffey Jr., of course. He is a player that I looked up to a lot when I was young, and I just feel like a lot of people just admired the way he played the game, and, I always wanted to be like him, but I'm a pitcher now, so, but he's still my favorite player.
Did you ever get to meet him?
No, I didn't get to meet him. I met his father.
Okay. Very cool. Well, not yet anyway. Maybe someday still, right?
Yeah, we got hope.
Yeah, cool. Let's get to the Edward Jones question of the day right now, and it's asking about the best piece of advice that you've received in your baseball career so far.
The best piece of advice would have to be
It's a tough one, right?
yeah, I know. Don't let somebody define what kind of pitcher you are. You define yourself.
Okay. So how do you define yourself as a pitcher?
You know, a lot of people, I feel what that means to me is a lot of people try to tell you what to do and try to tell you how to do things. But at the end of the day, you gotta do it yourself. You gotta pick and choose what works for you. You gotta find your own way to make it in this game. And everybody's opinions and stuff are important, but at the end of the day, you gotta get up there and throw the ball yourself. You gotta get outs. You gotta go out there and compete. And nobody else's words could really help you on the field. I mean, it helps a little bit, but you know they can't pitch for you, so you got to do it for yourself, and you got to find out what works for you.
That's great advice, and sounds like you're really mentally tough, which I know you have to be when you're playing a game of failure like baseball is. Let's get back to the fan questions with Wilson Sherwood, who wants to know about what it's like to be a reliever, because you've made a lot of appearances right now from the pen, but what is that like, knowing that you could be called into the game at any moment?
I love it. I love it. I love all of it. You know, if it was up to me, if I could physically pitch every single day, I would do it. I love being able to possibly be up to pitch every single day. You know, it's a lot of work, but I think it takes a certain kind of person to be a reliever, and it's a certain kind of mentality that I definitely have, and I just love being in the bullpen, man. I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's awesome. Of course, you're all listening to the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. We're here with Reds pitcher Amir Garrett, and it's time to bring in another fan.
Hey, Amir, how's it going? I was just wondering what you have learned this year from pitching with the other guys in the bullpen.
You know, you just got to attack hitters. That's the main thing. We're coming in the game high leverage situations. You know, I also learned, you know, it's not always about you. If you come into the game and you have somebody on base and the starter just got knocked out, you know, you're pitching for him as well. You know, when I get out there, I never want to let anybody else's run score, and I take pride in that. And you know, sometimes it happens, but you know, you're not pitching for yourself. You know, you're pitching for the guy in front of you as well. You know, as well as the team. And you know, it just being around the guys in the bullpen, you know, just taught me how to be unselfish. And you know, that's a big thing.
Yeah, that sounds like a good teammate right there. Let's get back to this video game thing that you mentioned right off the top. I know you said you haven't been playing video games as much, or at least not today, but Kay Conley says that you and David Hernandez have spent some time playing together with playing Fortnite. How's that going lately?
Oh, man. Me and David play Fortnite every single day. But, you know, I haven't been playing a lot as I would normally do. You know, at the beginning of the year, I was playing like an unbelievable amount. And I feel like when I play Fortnite that much, I don't give up runs. So that explains why I've been getting up runs, because I haven't been playing that much. So
there you go.
I need to definitely get back on that. Like, my grind has to be like all day, all night. You know, me and David are on the game. You know, it's definitely brought us closer. Him and his kids. You know, it's definitely it's a team bonding thing.
That's awesome. Well, maybe you haven't had time to play a lot of video games, because I understand you recently got engaged. Daniel Borski knows about that too, and he wants to know what is behind your proposal and how's the wedding planning going?
You know, my fiance tried to surprise me with a going away party, and I mean, well, she can't really surprise me for anything. So I found out, and you know, it was the perfect time for me to ask her to marry me, and you know, it was one of the best days of my life. The wedding planning right now, we're just on on chill mode right now until after the season. You know, it's kind of hard trying to plan a wedding and play baseball at the same time. You know, I don't need to be clouded. I don't need my mind to be clouded that much. And, you know, we have a month and a half left. I'm just worried about the baseball, the team here. And, you know, we're going to figure out what we're going to do at the end of the season.
All right. Well, congratulations. Let's get back to baseball, as you just mentioned. And one last question from Victoria, who wants to know, what do you remember about being drafted into the Bigs, hearing your name called to know that you could indeed make it to the Bigs finally?
This is a funny thing. It's just like, for everybody who doesn't know, I really didn't like baseball that much. I played baseball growing up, and then I started playing basketball my freshman year. So after I started playing basketball, I didn't even like baseball anymore.
What?
So, yeah, I didn't play baseball in my high school, throughout my high school. I just played basketball. So I just, when I had the possibility to get drafted, you know, I was sleeping. Because I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know what to expect or anything. I was sleeping.
Way.
And my dad was like, Amir, you got drafted. I was like, what round? 22nd? I was like, all right, cool, whatever. All right.
Back to bed.
And I woke
basketball
up.
dream.
I was like, yeah, back to bed. And then I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go play basketball then. It's all good. I got a call, and the Reds said, you know, we drafted you. And then I was like, oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And then, like, we got off the phone, and it was like, it hit me. I was like, I just got drafted. I was like, that's pretty sick. I was like, that is sick. And then, you know, I woke up. You know, I started jumping for joy. I was like, I'm drafted. I got drafted. Yeah. I'm an MLB player. But little did I know, the minor leagues and stuff like that, you know, I thought I was going straight to the big leagues. I had no idea about baseball. Like, I just played it. I had no idea the process or anything. And I was like, I'm going to the big leagues. And minor leagues. Here I am.
I would say
But
it worked out
to the
overall.
best.
Yeah,
it worked out the best.
Exactly. So what? It's not too late though. You could still get back on the court, right? If this whole thing you decide you're over it, you could go back.
And let me tell you, I can't. I can't.
You're
I
not
can't
quite
get back
LeBron?
on the court. I would have to take a lot of time. You know, I couldn't get on the court and play with those guys. Even, you know, any level, high school, college, or whatever. You know, it's a different ball game. I think I'm just gonna stick to the adult leagues and try to sneak in a 35 and up league and dominate there.
That's awesome. That reminds me, we do have one other question I wanted to get into. Noah wanted to know, could you challenge any of your teammates? Like, have they challenged you? Have you played any pickup games with them? And is there one guy that really can take it to you?
There's not nobody that can really take it to me.
Okay.
Billy can play. Billy's really good. Joey's really good. I played with them. Sal is decent. He got his little post-up game. But, yeah, no, Billy's really good. And Joey's really good, too. He has, like, a fundamentally sound game. Like, he does stuff that you would think you'd be like, oh, my gosh, how did you just do that? And it's, like, it's so calm and collected. And he just, like, you know, shoot a three here, you know, going for a nice little layup. And it's like, how I didn't know you had all that.
Wow.
And I got some pretty athletic teammates, you know.
That's awesome. You got to get a pickup game going. We got to get video of this.
I mean, I don't know if we do play, we got to keep it under wraps.
Yeah, forget Fortnite though. I want to see this 5-on-5 or 3-on-3 league, whatever you have going. Maybe in the off season sometime.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, thanks so much, Amir, for joining us here in the Edward Jones chatting cage. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks to all the fans out there again for tuning in and sending your fan questions to the Edward Jones chatting cage. I'm Jamie Hirsch. We'll see you next time.